Hello everybody, welcome back. So, I know it's been a little bit again, but I thought that I would have my new computer by now. But it turns out that I don't. It's almost ready though. All I need is a graphics card, but they're having trouble getting one, so I have to order my own and they'll put it in for me and it'll be ready. So, but with that said, as the title of this video says, I kind of want to talk a little bit about The Sims 4. And I usually avoid this, but I think it's kind of important because it's kind of where I kind of stand on the game. And I actually have a little bit of a list that I want to cover. I usually forget to make myself a list, but I actually wrote down some notes of kind of what I wanted to cover in this video. It's just points of things that I'd like to see eventually come to the game, if it's going to be a while before The Sims 5 comes out. And I know we just had an update. Actually, we had bunk beds come finally. And they added some swatches for some posters and stuff, and some updated hair texture. And let me tell you that texture was needed. I have to say it looks a lot better. So I'm glad that they did it. I'm glad that they did that, because I actually like using that hair now. So before I would avoid it because it just didn't look good. It's The Sims 4. There should be no reason why things can't look a lot better. However, these updates are great. Don't get me wrong; they're needed. However, we need more in-depth gameplay. Especially for console players, because I can mod my game, and have fun, but console players are stuck to whatever EA decides to put in the game. And I'm gonna try very hard not to compare 4 to 3, because they're very different. I get that. I understand that. However, there's just some stuff in 3 that I just wish they'd bring back. And I'm going to start with, I only got 5 points here, but I'm going to start with the first one. And before I get into this, because I know a lot of people aren't going to listen to this all the way through, and I get it. It's not me too. So, before I do get into it, if you want, let me know what kind of things you'd like to see come to The Sims 4. Because I like to hear other people's opinions, and I listen to so many different YouTubers' opinions too. Because I just want to see what kind of stuff everybody else is looking for as well. So the first thing that I have down here is an attraction system. I would love to see an attraction system. I have mine modded. I have Wonderful Whims in my game, which gives you an attraction system. I'd like to, I like my Sims to kind of lead their life. I don't want to have to choose everything for them, and I think that The Sims 4 is more geared toward builders and storytellers, because there's some people that just make this game look so fun, and they do so good at telling stories, and I watch a lot of them on YouTube. And I know I'm not the only one, but I'm not that creative. And I like to be able to come in from work and just sit down and relax and play, play a game without having to make every decision. So I would like to have an attraction system, and with the attraction system, I also wrote down consequences, because there's no consequences. At least not enough, in my opinion. And I'm going to bring up one point, and I know this is not for everybody. I enjoyed it, but I know not everybody is going to. Because I know there are people out there, that want, to have a perfect family from beginning to end. And that's okay. Everybody's different. Everybody plays their game the way they do it, and I don't understand why this little girl is not sleeping on the bunk bed. Can you not get to it? Let's see. Just want to make sure she can get to it. That's why she went to sleep on the couch. Okay. Anyways. And what I mean by consequences is, and yes, I'm going to bring up The Sims 3 because I actually really, really like this feature. And it was, apparently this little girl wants to pull it on later. Not only did they decide who they wanted to be with, but they also decided they wanted to stay together. I would literally have Sims autonomously break up. And I know that's not for everybody. I have a friend that I would talk to about that, and she hated that. I liked it, she hated it. So, and I get it, because she likes, but she's a storyteller, so she likes to control, everything her Sims do, and I understand that 100%. But I would like more consequences. If your spouse cheats, and you have a fight, or they break up, or they accuse him of cheating, and this, that, and the other. And like I said, I know it's not for everybody. I enjoyed that part. I would like to see that come back. It doesn't have to be like constant, but just some form of consequences. The other one, another point is story progression. I use the master control mod for story progression, but I would like to see it implemented in the game. I would like my families that are out of my control to go on with their lives, and have their kids and get married, and same thing with other townies. It's, and I think they can implement it in a way where you can have the option to enable it or disable it, because I know not everybody wants story progression, because there are people that play rotationally. I don't play rotationally. I've tried and I can't do it. I'm more of, I like to, it's going on with my family. Why are you? Okay, hold on, let me. Okay, she's dirty and she's tired. I don't know if my room is buggy. Okay. And I do know that some people like to play rotation, and that probably screwed up for them. But there should be a way to implement it where you can have the option to enable it or disable it. But I would like to see it. Fears. That's another one. I would like to have fears in the game, because what's it called? We have a fear emotion, but there's now this could be just me. I mean, if you're still listening, and you can say otherwise, let me know, because I haven't noticed it yet. But they added fear to the base game. But I haven't noticed anything that my Sims are afraid of, aside from thunderstorms. Which gets annoying when you live in an area where all it does is storm, and then your Sims are just running around everywhere, screaming at each other. I don't know what to choose for. Okay. But I think that we should have a fear system. If we're going to have the fear emotion, you know, maybe stuff to kind of watch out for. Because that's, you know, that's how it was in The Sims 2. They had their wants and they had their fears, and there was a consequence. If you did something that your sim was afraid of. So I think that would be a good idea. I mean, it's not a necessity, but it would be nice to me. And the other one is more for kids and teens. I mean, I struggle doing generations because there's just, I don't feel like there's enough for them to do except do their homework. Oh, I forgot to pay my bills. Oh, I'm doing really good. I just don't feel like there's enough for kids and teens. And teens just feel like little adults that go to school. It just to me, it just feels like it's the same thing. I thought I had some. I'm gonna have to get her some food. I'm pretty sure she's very hungry. I'm gonna get my toddler taken away. I'm not careful. You know, but like maybe, I mean, kids only have like 2 after school activities. I think that's just Scouts and Drama Club. You know, I would like to see them bring back like the Easy Bake Oven for kids. You know, it was, you know, not a lot to it, but it was something for them to do. You know, for them to have tree houses. You know, just give us a whole generations pack. Everybody wants it. That much I know. I mean, it was a very, very popular pack in The Sims 3. I think that was like, to most, probably the best pack in The Sims 3, and I think it should come to The Sims 4. And more meaningful aspirations and whims. I noticed that they gave up on whims, which is sad, you know, because I like leading my Sims life through their whims and their wants, but a lot of them just wouldn't make sense, you know. Mine's modded, you know, I have a mod, so I have a whim overhaul, which makes my whims a little bit more worth doing, you know. And I would like to have aspirations come to the game that are more than just a tutorial, you know. And I miss opportunities, you know, like The Sims 3 had, you know, where you get these random pop-ups from townies, like, you know, cook this for this sim, or talk to this sim about this, or even jobs having to interact with townies, and it gave you a reason to interact and socialize with townies, and it gave you more reasons to leave your home lot. Like, I don't have a lot of reasons to leave my home lot, you know, and I don't have a lot of reasons to socialize outside of my family, you know. And I like the club system. I utilize it all the time, so I think that's, I don't know, maybe it's an unpopular opinion. To me, it's one of the best features in this game is the club system. And I don't have this family in a club, but I usually do. So, but the biggest problem with The Sims 4 is like all the expansion packs and stuff packs and stuff. They're very niche. They're very specific to what they're doing, you know. Like when you look at like expansion packs from The Sims 3 of everything that you would get within an expansion pack, it would make the expansion pack worth playing for a very long time. It would be a long time before you got bored of it. You know, like you know, you can take like Seasons, for example. I mean, this might be a bad example because Seasons was actually a pretty good pack in The Sims 4. But, you know, you had the slow dancing came with Seasons. The festivals came with the Seasons. Online dating came with Seasons. The aliens came with Seasons. And then, like, University. Bowling came with University. I mean, expansion packs were really stuffed. And I loved the way they did the Supernaturals. All the Supernaturals came in. I mean, minus the mermaids, of course, because in the aliens they came separately, but the majority of the Supernaturals came in one pack. You had your vampires, your werewolves, your fairies, your zombies. I know I'm missing one. Witches. You know, they all came in one. You know, and it was a fun pack. I liked it. Even though I'm not a huge Supernatural player, I still enjoyed the pack. And if you didn't want the Supernaturals, you just disable that pack. And for the most part, they're all gone. You know, I mean, unless, like you said, unless you come across an alien. But even in The Sims 3, I like the aliens. I think they were a lot more fun to play with than the ones in Sims 4. Sims 4, I just avoid them altogether. I delete them out of my game. So, same thing with the mermaids. I don't really care too much for mermaids, but I didn't either in Sims 3, so, I mean, it is what it is. You know, but I just wish that the expansion packs were more worth playing, had a lot more gameplay involved. You know, so that way you don't get bored of them. Like, as soon as a stuff pack, or not a stuff pack, but an expansion pack, like, the last couple of them, it's like, in a day's time, I'm done. You know, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. You know, and it's not that I hate the game. I like the game. You know, it's like, it is hard to want to go back to Sims 3 after playing The Sims 4 for so long, you know, because Creative Sim is so much better. You know, the toddlers are adorable, you know, and I just wish there was so much more to do with this game. There's so many missed opportunities. You know, and like, let's take like a mixologist and a chef, for example. They're the exact same. You do the same career with the mixologist and a chef. You know, there's really nothing different to them, except that you can take one path or another. You know, I miss, like, in The Sims 3 where you can go moonlighting for a mixologist and make tips. I wish we could have our own bars. You can, but it's a mod, you know. You know, make mixology a little bit more worth wanting to play. You know, be able to run your own bar and make tips, you know, like you could in 3. I don't know. Maybe I'm wanting too much for this game, but this game just had so much more potential, I think. You know, and it's like, I struggle with this game because I struggle making it through generations. When I first started playing this game, I had a blast. But that wore off kind of quick. You know, give us more hobbies. You know, make a pack, you know, dedicated to just hobbies. You know, like we had, like sculpting and I forget what some of the hobbies were. I think we have like engineering, which is similar to oh man, I can't even think right now. I'm just I'm tired. You know, or that clay thing, pottery, kind of like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm tired. You know, I don't know. I just see so many missed opportunities with this game, and hopefully they'll flesh out some more gameplay. I mean, it's an old game. You know, I would like to be able to enjoy this. You know, I can't enjoy the game without mods, so I don't know how some console players do it. If I only had this game to play on console, I would probably not be playing it very rarely. You know, I like to be able to mod my game, because you have to. I have to. You know, maybe not everybody does. You know, but I do have to. I have to mod my game to have a good time playing it. So, but I think, if you're still listening, I think that the next couple of videos I'm going to do are going to be mod related. You know, I try to avoid those too, because I know that not everybody can play with mods. You know, and I hate showcasing like a really fun mod and somebody on console is watching and they can't play with it. You know, and then I feel bad, so. But there are a couple mods that I do want to kind of showcase a little bit on my channel. Because I have a good time, and I know that other people are going to have a good time too. So I think with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with some of the things that I said? What do you guys want? Anyways, guys, I hope this was at least relaxing. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Good night, guys.